ratchet grows. Chris! Now I can talk because I gotta type on the phone. What's this going on there?
Following distance.
Y'all gonna know these back roads soon. I checked to see if Jay was online. I didn't see him, so I went on and went live. And I wasn't gonna go live earlier. I think I mentioned in your chat it was, but then I seen you were live, so I came over to your chat, Chris. Yep, just sitting over here, just chilling, rolling down the road here. Chris, did the same thing happen today that happened yesterday with what was the same incident with the phone number? Only 2 people got my phone number. Actually, I gave the Trimbles my work, not my personal, but my work cell number about a year ago. And I probably got it blocked, so they probably can't call me. If you know their number, Chris, you can block it. And then they can't reach you, but then again, that don't make a difference. I guess they can use another number to call your phone with. I know that's a pain in the behind to do that. The pain in the behind to change your phone number and go to all the places that may reference your number as part of your life, and first buying stuff and paying bills. You gotta rechange your number and go notify them or whatever. Maybe even change some passwords or something. But be careful giving them numbers out. And normally, if I get a call on a number that I don't know, I hit the please text me button. No, I've been upset about it too. I've been pissed off. I got a phone number I had about 15 years. And I don't plan on changing it, so that's why I haven't put that personal number out there. I got 2 personal numbers, and then I got a work cell number. And then I even got a data line where I just use that phone for data. I ain't got nothing to lose. Hey Chris, I want to say this to you. You need to watch the company you keep. Watch the company you keep. Chris, can I ask you something, Chris? Chris, do you know when you call, do you know how to make your number private? Yeah, I got some information I want to put out to you and to Jay and maybe a few others that y'all need to watch and be aware of. Something y'all not watching. Now I do sit back in the chats and I watch conversations and things like that. And if I had to blast it out in the open, I will do it as well. Watch the company you keep, because everybody that's supposed to be company ain't company. Don't be quick to trust everybody. You got roaches in your chats. I'm gonna say again, Chris, you have roaches in your chat. If people in your chat setting you up, you almost put money on it. That's why sometimes when I'm in the chats, I'm in J chat or y'all chats or whatever, I'm sitting back and I'm just watching. And the same people on them other chats, that's on the other chats being their friends or even their trolls, is the same one coming at you like that. So just be careful. Watch. When you sit back and know you should do this, sit back and watch the conversations people have, and you can see the exact same lingo come from different people on different channels saying the exact same thing. And it's not always 100%, but a lot of times it's the same person. They use a different name on your channel, go to another channel, use the exact same name. I mean, different name, but the same verbiage comes out their mouth. And I know someone probably in this chat listed right now, there's what, 5 or 6 people in this chat so far. Some of those same people is listening right now probably. You protect yourself at all times, Chris, and you got 2 young kids. Hey, you got to protect them as well. So don't be so easy and welcoming to a lot of people. Morning, Tyler. Watch everything. Keep your head up. Keep your head on the swivel. Y'all walking here, and I'm riding. I know I ride from place to place, and I talk to people and give them direction, purpose, motivation, direction on how they need to do their job. So I'm used to detecting characters of people, of who they are and how they operate. And I wouldn't care if they got my number. Wouldn't care. All I'm saying is, if you don't care, when you're in the chat, sit back and watch. Don't get giddy or you get got. To a lot of people, it's a game to play with you, have fun with you. They get they getting craps and giggles out of it. Hey Cheryl, how you doing? Thank you for coming by, Cheryl. You know, Tyler, it might not be nobody in Miami that's making that phone call. They could just be used on Miami area code. So that's why I'm not rushing the judgment and say it's somebody in Miami. Now, if only limited people has Chris or Anita's number, and it's a coincidence, you know, maybe they gave that number out to somebody else to do that, but not them themselves. It still could be somebody in another state. Or when you get one of those burner phones, you can pick your own area code. Yes, I'm doing good today, Cheryl. It's Friday. It's Friday. And I'm on my way to the office. And I'm going there and fuss a little bit. And then I'm done for the day. Well, I myself, I'm not worried about too much. I don't let none of this stress me out at all. But I know, if I understand, if I was in Chris or Nita's shoes or something like that, then I would be upset if my number was being played on like that, wasting your time. Yes, Cheryl, it's Friday, the best day of the week. As you count down those minutes and hours till you get off, it's just a good feeling. I'm about done for the day. I'm about to get a couple of days off. Well, to some people, it's just fun to do that without even any thought of the other person's feelings or whatever. They just having fun. They're having fun at other people's expenses. And I say again, what you say, whatever you say about the Trimbles, but most of what you should dress should be at the parents and not at those kids. I say again, those kids, you a child, you can't control the situation you're in. You have to just live through it until you can change it, get older and change it yourself to becoming a legal adult. Cheryl, why you don't like Friday, Cheryl? Right, Chris? It's one of them free phones. Or voice over internet protocol, VoIP or whatever, yeah. Because those type of phones are more disposable. They still can be traced, but they're more disposable. Because it seems like, I know Ms. Kirk, it seems like she hasn't mentioned anybody bothering her, calling her phone or her number, nothing like that. But then again, you and Nita are the two ones just left there too as well. So maybe they got a little victory in their system for you guys. If she feel like she has to, do it. Miss Kirkland! Miss Kirkland, how you doing? Good morning. It's Friday, and Cheryl don't like Fridays. And Cheryl, tell me again why you don't like Fridays. Toya, how you doing, Miss Toya? Cheryl, it's a good Friday, Cheryl. It's a good Friday. Oh, it's a secret. Okay. Well, you know what, Cheryl? Hold your secret then. Let's not put it out there, okay? I'll just have to understand that Friday is not a good day for you. But it's still a good day for me, okay? Like I said, I'm going to the office. I'm going to go fuss. And then I'm going home. Hey, if you keep riding with me, you're going to know the route I go. Oh, it's a good day. Good day. I have nothing to complain about. Hey, there you go. You say, Chris, you was venting, right? Get it on out. Don't hold it in. Vent, get it out, and be done with it. Keep on moving. Oh, I do, Chris. I pay attention to those chats. I pay attention to the chats. I pay attention to what they're saying because I know how people go from one chat to another, and they use different names or whatever, and sometimes use the same account. Yesterday, Chris, when that person, Complete Sharif, came in, that was the real Complete Sharif. Had the same icon on the Trimble channel, and that account was made in July 2023, either the 19th or the 26th. Maybe I'm letting a little secret out. Yet, Chris, that was the real Complete Sharif, or that account at first on Google pages. That was the real Complete Sharif, unless they make two the exact same day, same emoji or whatever, picture, whatever. When it went to the Trimble channel later on, and it made no mention that it had been over to your channel. I'm sorry, I'm talking to the wrong phone. That was the same one. I know why she came in.
Following distance.
I ain't gonna say she. I know why the count came in there, and I know who the count it is.
Following distance.
I'll send you a message later on, Miss Kirkland.
Following distance.
And you notice that that tree account hasn't really been on the Trimbles channel in the last week, right?
Distracted.
Did anybody notice that? That tree account has not been on the Trimbles lives the last week. And you know why?
Distracted.
Because it's been in the other channels with a different name. Yeah, until yesterday. But it's been on. It's been in Jay and a couple other chats as somebody else. How do you know it's a real person, Tyler? You can't. A lot of these accounts. I mean, as a matter of fact, it is a real person. But people be multiple people, multiple accounts. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna further discuss who it is, or who it might suspect it of being, or nothing like that. But if you sit back and watch, you can kind of read everything. Who's who, who's what, because people always have the same patterns that they kind of carry. Not to say it's 100% this or that person, but most likely it's that person. Right, Miss Kirkland, perfect. Who we mod and who we give information to. Because I'm almost certain it's this person that's in my mind.
Distracted.
Yeah, I'm not on J channel, so I can say this. I think the Trimbles are some of the dumbest people I've ever seen. Or ignorant, one or the other, because things sit right in front of their face and they get ignorant about it and will refuse to believe it, or can't figure it out. As part of what I do, going from point A to point B to different places, I have to read people's characters and who they are, and that's why I let them talk, because when they talk, they tell who they are. And then I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's exactly who that is. And then sometimes you can say certain words, I'm gonna call them trigger words, and let them respond to it, and they'll tell you furthermore who they are. So when they come to me with the BS, I be looking at them like, you must think the day your birthday. You must think the day your birthday, if I'm gonna believe that. When you're looking past reality of what's going on around you, and you tunnel vision and focus on a few visible things that somehow draw your attention, maybe money or whatever else it is, and look past what's the obvious. But that's not just the Trimbles, that's other people too. So when I go somewhere, I normally go from different hospitals or different correctional institutions, and I sit down and I talk to people, and I always let them talk. And while they're talking, I'm reading who they are. And then, okay, I know. And I have no hate towards the Trimbles at all. You know, when Nita put up those videos, I mean, they are facts, what you say, but it's some humor in them also. And then there's some ignorance in it as well, on the parts of those parents. And then there's some bad feelings that you have when you have to feel for those kids. But what goes on around them in their chat, they're not even aware. Lunch money. Well, better them than me. I'm not emptying my pockets out for nothing. Because if I empty my pockets out for you and you're not doing what you're supposed to, I'm enabling your negative behavior. I'm enabling you to continue to not properly function as an adult and a parent. When I give you something that you already got that you're not taking care of. This is the type of people they are. They treat you like a horse. They'll ride you till you're dead, then they'll eat you. They will never be satisfied with what the crumbs you give them, they will never be satisfied with it. So like they should treat them old horses. They'll ride you till you die, and then they'll eat you. And if you look back at that, and if a lot of you guys, including myself, we go to a lot of different channels. How many other channels have you seen with that many trolls and that many turnover of mods? I mean, it's crazy. And everybody that came over to J channel or go to Nita channel or any other channel, it's not nothing wrong with all those people. It's something wrong with them people. And as some of you said earlier about playing the victim, yeah. Everybody's after me. It's us versus the world. When actually, when you find out who your problem is, tell them to go to the mirror and smile so they can take a good picture, or see a good picture. It's themselves. It's themselves. How you doing? Hello, Sandy. I'm over here bumping my gums a little bit. I'm about to do it. I'm about to do a gender release. I'm gonna spill some tea. Well, in my case, I'll spill some coffee because females spill tea. I'm gonna spill some coffee. But I refuse to give money to enable somebody to continue negative behavior. When something bad happens, you should feel good because you're part of it, because you enable that. If you give somebody advice, you know, that you see something wrong, maybe, and you give them advice. If they don't like you and they kick you out of the channel, then so be it. But you can't stay in that channel and enable that negative behavior. So that person, if they person is doing something negative, they will never change. Yes, it's Friday. Friday, what a good day. It's a good day. Couldn't ask for a better day than today. Friday, eat some good food, and then relax, enjoy the weekend, maybe do some yard work. But, oh yeah, Friday. That's why I'm smiling. This is Friday. Okay, see you later, Sandy. Thanks for stopping by. Cheryl, you still in here? Oh, never mind, Cheryl. I ain't gonna ask you again. You already told me it's a secret. I'm gonna leave it like that. Yes. YouTube changed a lot of people. Miss Kirkland, that's yes and no. Yes, it changed a lot of people. But it also allowed you to see how people really are. What's deep inside their character. When they put that mask on initially, and then you start to see deeper into what their soul, what their character is. And then they always cry that I'm done wrong. And I'm saying again, if that many people go through that channel and say you're doing this wrong, if everybody say, like Slim say, if you notice, Slim always focus on certain things. Slim focus always on that stove. Slim always talking about that stove. But he's not the only one. If that many people talking about the stove, that's an issue. If so many people say you treat this person, this kid, better than the other ones, if that many people say it, there's probably some truth behind that. But sometimes certain people don't want to face reality of what it is. They get in the comfort zone of being deficient, and they I'm gonna use what Toya was talking about, and she may have been talking about this yesterday. You fall in line with your generational curses, and just follow that pattern. Instead of breaking that generational curse, you increase it. You add additional generational curses to your family line. Because while you may not pay for it, your lineage, people down in your family line, your kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, one of them going to pay for that. So if I'm telling you, if somebody you see something wrong and you telling them, that's all you can do. You tell them, and if you enjoy what they're doing, you'll stay there and support it, right and wrong. But if you know it's wrong, you will leave there. And anybody that's over there on that channel, sometimes maybe you can't see it, but most of them can. They can make believe world. And I'm not going to make believe world. Well, I see something wrong, but I'm gonna play like everything's fine and dandy. Okay, yes. Good are you now? Yeah, they make believe world. Uh, Again, why I say people call wrong right and right wrong, and they're not confused. They just scared to confront someone with the truth. Therefore, they don't have that intestinal fortitude inside of them. Good morning, honey, sweet tea. How are you this morning? Trip, how you doing? Welcome. Thanks for coming. But generational curses, we use them, generational curses, and we continue that trend. And then we pass it on to our kids. We pass those to our kids, and all you're doing is hurting your family line, your lineage, by continuing with those family curses. When you see something wrong, you should not be afraid to say something. Hold on, I'm gonna make a phone call. I'm gonna get called up the stairs. I'm gonna stay in the car. I'm not gonna go sit on my call and say what I gotta say. So I'm gonna be right here. Okay, back. I know, Gary Jam. I muted the microphone because I was on the phone. Just running my mouth, chit chatting, talking about um generational curses that we letting go on, and we actually are increasing generational curses on our kids by doing the wrong thing. When you realize that you have maybe a curse, something that was passed down to you, you got to find a way to get out of it. Don't stay in it. You got to break them curses and break them chains off of you. Because when you break them off you break them. You kind of break them from going down your generational line and affecting your kids, grandkids, and great grandkids, and all like that. Because the sins of the fathers passed on to the kids. So I don't know. Maybe mine wasn't passed on. Because I mean, it's probably some. I don't know. But everything to me kind of fell in line, so I'm good. And if your life going kind of smooth, then maybe you can say that too. But you never know, down the road something might happen. Phone beeping like crazy over here. Right, yeah, Jim. You got to break those curses. You know, I'm gonna use a real basic one. Um, drugs and alcohol. You know, constantly throwing it down. Sometimes you pass that stuff on to your lineage, your kids down the road, and then you wonder why your kid this way or that way, and that's because somebody in your family lineage. If you do, I'm gonna say like if you sin and do something wrong, you're supposed to ask for forgiveness. And don't say be ignorant. Say, I'm not going to ask for forgiveness. I'm going to take this to the grave with me because it's going to get passed on to somebody else. And we love our kids and we love our grandkids, so you protect them by you do something wrong, you repent for it, and God said you will be forgiven. And every time that you repent, it says this in the Bible, and you can Google it. The angels in heaven rejoice every time a sinner repents. We got to break these generational curses. People take the curses like this sometimes. Well, somebody say I ain't gonna never be nothing, so you accept that as I'm not gonna be nothing, and you don't allow yourself to advance or be the best person that you could be. You settle for, I ain't gonna be nothing, so I'm gonna just live like this. I'm gonna just be this way. And sometimes people don't know, so sometimes you need to take them to the side and talk to them, give them words of encouragement, because as we get older, we're supposed to get knowledge and things like that, and we should pass that on to all those young people coming behind us. You don't gain the knowledge and just take it and go sit inside the house and don't share it with nobody. You share that knowledge with somebody else, because you never know, those words that you say to somebody can encourage them. I said I joined the military at age 17. I forged my mother and father's signature to get into the military. And I went, when I went to basic training, I went there, a 17-year-old immature kid, goofing around in basic training. And then one drill sergeant see me, and when they see me actually put some effort into doing something, so and before he thought I was a knucklehead, so he pulled me aside and gave me some words of encouragement. And then I became motivated to complete basic training and to actually clean my act up and to be more responsible, more mature. So as you get older, you always reach back to the people behind you and grab their hand and pull them forward. Not shake them off. I'm actually saying this. It's poor analogy. Really, those crabs in the hot water. Try to don't pull them in. Try to pull everybody out of there. Reach back and help those young people behind you, because a lot of times they are blind. You don't know what their background's like. They may be trying to do better themselves, and need those words you give them at that moment in time may be enough for them to pull themselves out of whatever situation they're in. Give them some more clarity to what they're facing in life. Go back down here. Hey, bossy bot. Rusty shots. You ain't paying me, but I'm gonna talk though. I'm gonna talk, but you're not talking back to me though. I don't see nothing on the screen. Come on, give me something back. But yeah, we gotta break them curses. We gotta encourage the young people. Encourage them young people. Y'all, you go to the other channel. Again, the only thing you do is you can say, tell them, hey, give them suggestions, give them ideas, but you can't make nobody do nothing. You can't break the curse, any generation curses for anybody. You can't make them do anything. You can only tell them, and maybe you plant a seed, and it'll grow. Maybe it won't grow, but at least you did your part and you told me plant that seed. But you do want to water it too. But if you get a chance to get some follow-up advice, you can't tell them that you screwed up or you jacked up, and that's all you can say to them. I'll give them suggestions on how they can, the road they can go down, or methods they can take to overcome their difficulties or shortcomings in life. Oh, I see a couple of them fools up in there. They probably got and those individuals probably got a generation curse on them, and not only got one on them, they growing more for their ancestors, not their ancestors, but their lineage that's yet to come. Constant. Hold on. Well, I know they treated a lot of people wrong, unfairly. They haven't done. I would say they did me wrong, but I just thought they were unfair, and I watched how they interact and treated other people. And I really think I don't know about Tony, but Kat seems like she got some of those generational curses with her, and she can't see past it, and she won't allow herself to receive any help or advice. She won't take it. She'll take if you hand her some materialistic things like cash or clothing, things like that. She'll take it, but she won't take advice on how she can improve herself. And actually, she has taken some. I think based off those videos that Nina put up, I haven't seen her change some. You notice she's never whining about she's in pain. She don't grimace with her face and go, ugh, and all. She don't do that no more. She's actually standing up cooking. Actually, yesterday, Rita had a clean blanket. They had different clothes on yesterday. Now, that may be a temporary change, and they probably go back to the old way. But just to satisfy the critics for the moment, they're doing that. Now, I noticed one thing after we talked about Tony's fingernail. I think 1 or 2 days, he had him actually clean. And then I think I looked at him in the supermarket video the other day, and he grabbing meat in the meat section with dirt caked all on his fingernails. And I'm thinking, he touched that and grabbed it with all that dirt and probably germs. And then you place it back in at the meat section where the temperature is nice and mild, where more germs can grow. And somebody else come along and touch that, they can get a salmonella or something from that. And that's why when you go to the supermarket and you picking up things behind people, maybe a good idea to wipe it off. I'm just saying, I was just looking at that, but I think they if you can get them to change just a little bit, and it's not, I don't think it's no hate or nothing like that, but if you can get them to see what you're talking about, to see where they need to make improvements, what they need to do better at. She's yelling less, and all that to me is a benefit for those kids too that's in that house. When they're getting more, like they are maybe getting a little bit more food. If they get, I hope they're taking baths, and I see them with clean clothes yesterday. Like I said, that may be a temporary thing. Less yelling at them, maybe that's a good thing. Nothing wrong with that. So maybe they need to, maybe what you guys are talking about and what Nita is showing is needed. At least you're not ignoring the deficiencies and shortcomings that you see on those videos. Because instead, the people that's encouraging it probably enjoying those deficiencies because they're getting entertainment and gratification out of watching those people go through actually as misery, and they don't realize it because they haven't been in generational curses. They in that moment, and other people watching it and enjoying it. It's entertainment to them because they scared to actually say something. They keep on that the food looks good. Send me a plate. I'm looking at it saying, good and well you wouldn't eat that chicken that come out of the oven looking like that. So it's just entertainment to them, and when you tell them that is not the way that normal people, what normal people do, they get upset with that. Leave them alone. They good people because they your entertainment. We don't drop meat on the floor and pick it up, don't wash it, and throw it back on the grill. And if somebody say something to them, a mod or block them, saying they were being disrespectful just for pointing out a safety issue that you make you and your kids sick. Trolley Boley. The Trolley Boley is somebody in my terminology, in their situation, is someone that puts out a deficiency or an improvement that needs to be made. And I'm saying this in the open, and I may have mentioned their names, the Trimbles. So if they are in here, they should have no problem coming saying anything to me if they think I'm wrong or if they think I'm right. Can't hurt me one way or another. And I can't change them, you know, I'm talking about it. But I hope sometimes you give somebody advice, they kind of take it. So on the positive side, I did say I've seen changes, positive changes, because of the discussion on Jay's and Incognita's channel that those people actually needed to hear. And maybe you don't like, sometimes you may not like the delivery or the verbiage or the content of what was said, but message received because you see some changes. Kids, especially young men, are like great white sharks. They will keep eating and eating and eating and eating. And they're growing, they're growing. They're in the stage, those kids right now in the stage where they're growing real fast. And they're developing their characters and the character of who they are going to be. If you know your kid's being bullied at school and somebody's telling you that, and you sit there and make excuses for the bullies actually, and say because someone say, hey, your daughter's being bullied, and I'm sitting there watch chat and I watch that person get blocked. So that's all they said. They're making you aware of maybe some of the experiences, and they telling you your daughter's being bullied and that person gets blocked. I don't want to hear that. And the reason they should pay that attention is you should not want your child to be bullied, but also so many kids commit suicide from being bullied. So if somebody's telling you that and they're not being disrespectful, you can either ignore it. I don't think you should time them out, block them, nothing like that. You can ask them what they mean. They can say, hey, look, I've seen this before, yada, yada, yada. You might want to go down to school. It got the critical mass where the girl stopped eating on camera, was hiding her face, and then they go down to the school. But a lot of the damage has already been done because the parents were ignorant to the fact of what was happening with their daughter. Then on top of that, you compound the issue by saying names. I forgot the name they was calling her, and that name, if I was another kid and I heard it, I would start saying it too, teasing her. Then you cut her here like a young boy, and then have the other daughter calling her a boy, the other daughter trying to kiss her like she's trying to kiss a boy. So I don't understand it. How can you not understand or see this? It's crazy. If all the people that come on your channel, and I'm saying these are sane people, reasonable people, and then let's throw the family, the brothers and the family in there, and they all are saying the exact same thing, you should reflect on that and be like, you know what? Maybe I need to change. But instead of changing, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the truth, so I'm going to block it. If they're talking about the safety and the welfare of your kids, and you say, I'm going to block, I don't want to hear it, I'm going to block it. You know what the cleanest place is? That game room. And somebody said this the other day. Why is the game room clean and the house not? Why does they have the gaming system and the kids? I don't know. Maybe they don't either. To me, that means people's priorities are not in order. Well, I had to go in the office. I called on the phone. And being when I was a kid and a young and a teenager or whatever, I just always sat back and watched, and I read everything. Learned, and I was learning from my parents. And my parents did the right thing, and I watched what was appropriate and what was not appropriate. I know when you come home from school, you're supposed to do your homework. Then you go outside and get some play outside and get some playtime. Then you came in and you had supper, dinner, TV time with the family, showers, bath, bed, and the next day do the same thing over and over again. Had breakfast every morning, cereal. I don't think I know especially during the school season, I don't think them kids ever have breakfast unless it's at school. People stay up all night long playing video games, but they can't get up in time enough to make their kids a cereal and make sure that they did the proper hygiene, because anywhere in the world you should be doing your hair in the car. You should be spraying. You don't wash the night before that morning. So you get to school, the only thing you do is you get up with the clothes you got on, you go out to the car or bus, and then you sprayed on some dollar store cologne or perfume, and that's how it's supposed to roll. It's crazy. Therefore, there's no structure in there. No structure, no accountability. I know my kids never will be yelling back at me, and I would never be yelling back at my parents. When the first time they did that, they should have been checked, and then they wouldn't feel like they are able to do that to you. And then Tony be looking at the camera, and his response is they have a disability. And to me, I don't think none of them, well, maybe just Shanila with the diseases she have, but the rest of them, they don't have no disabilities. All the kids need is some discipline, structure, and given that opportunity with some real good direction from the parents. But I think because those parents they're stuck there with those generational curses that they don't realize or don't want to realize or don't really care. So kids, they just stay. And I looked at that video, the whole video that Nita posted about when Kat cussed at Nettie. I looked at that whole video, and I looked at the shirt that Nettie had on. It was white. I don't know if it was paint or dirt or whatever in the back of that shirt. And you could see Nettie was crying for attention. She was crying for a real parent. But there was not a real adult in there to provide the proper parenting that she needed. You can tell she's you know what a conscious person is? A conscious person is a person that is aware of what's going on around them and what is required and what are the standards. And I see that in Nettie. And not only that, and neither, but those kids got YouTubes. They can see other families on YouTube and how normalcy is supposed to be. The kids see all of that. They know what's supposed to happen. I got this one other thing I want to say, and I might change the subject. I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna ask this question, and it can be rhetorical, or it don't have to be rhetorical. If you want to answer it, how many channels, or how many people, not channels, people, have you ever seen them help? How many comments on another channel have you ever seen come from them? Any support? Now I know you can't tell when they like a comment, like or shit. Well, you can see them say share their comment, but you see them like. How many comments have you seen from them on another channel supporting them? How many shares you seen on another channel with them supporting them? When people call their channel and say, "Hey, I'm down on my luck. Can you send me $5 or $10?" and they just received 10 cash apps worth a couple $100, and they always say, "Well, we ain't got it. We wish you had it." How many times have you ever seen them help somebody? And if you put a 0 up there, you're absolutely correct. They have never helped nobody. They have never given to those less than them, to those needy, because they get sent a lot of stuff, not just money, but clothing and things, and they never help nobody. They consume, but they don't give. And I don't want to call them his name, but it's kind of like that. Oxygen thief. The oxygen thieves. They breathe in oxygen and they're not being productive. And those kids don't have a fair chance. But they don't have an appropriate role model, a person that they can look up to as a man or as a woman, because they watching on YouTube and them the little phones they got, to know what reality is supposed to be. And as those kids get older, it's gonna come home to roost. Guarantee you. And not only gonna come home to roost, he got 3 females. They are gonna come home with child. And you know why? Because they're looking for love. They're looking for somebody to give them attention. That's gonna talk nice to them and not yell at them. Guarantee you, for the next 3 to 5 years, if not before, that one of them will come home with a child. They sick. And of course, the parents can try to play it off. Oh, they got an infection. You gotta pay attention. Your child probably pregnant. Have the intellectual capacity to see things before they happen, to see the conditioning and how we're setting these kids up. We're not giving them a fair chance. And I'm talking because I can't really see the chat, so I'm just talking. So I'm not, if you're saying something, I'm not really ignoring it. And I can't even really see if the trolls say anything. And if they are, I know Miss Kirkland and you guys in here taking care of it. But it's a shame. And I'm from Baltimore, in Baltimore City, and I've seen a lot of that. But I guarantee you, if you talk to those parents and gave suggestions, they probably would not be ignorant to it. Even if they didn't follow the advice you gave them, they will have a willing ear, an open ear to hear what you have to say. But those guys, I've never seen them help anyone. they take from society and they don't give. They ask and beg from society and say they don't, but they do. And you know why? Because I got an email of them asking me to send them money. I got Kawana email she sent me of them asking them for money. So when Miss Incognito say they are liars, they liars. Bold-faced liars. When you buy a car that they can't fit in at that time, and you got 4 growing kids that's getting bigger and bigger, and they can't already fit in the car, and your mind didn't process the idea that, hey, this vehicle I'm getting is probably too small. I probably need a 3rd row seat vehicle. But the vehicle I got was at least, well, me and Kat got our seats. So we good. I'll tell you. But you know, Peanut, yeah. But you know what? There are a lot more variety of cars, and they have these days that we can choose from. And when you're selecting a vehicle, you select it on basis of the size of your family, and not on that I got me a seat. Hello, Irma. I'm looking at the chat now. Yeah, Miss Kirkland, you had that email, huh? Yeah, she sent the email out to several people, but I know I got one personally addressed to me. And then I was talking to Kawana before she left, and she sent me all her emails that she had got from them. But they sit on and say we never ask for money. People just send it to us. They send it to you because you're asking for it. When I was a kid, our parents didn't have a gaming system. We did. We had the football games. Our parents didn't have it. We did. So maybe that they didn't have a good childhood, so they live in it now with their children. Yeah, I watch you. Who comment on mine too? And I've never seen the Trimbles comment on no one else post. And I go to a lot of different pages, channels or whatever. And I go visit and I say hi to a lot of different people. And I see Miss Kirkland, I see Chris, you know, starting to see Todd a little bit, and I see them all over the place. Miss Kiki, Miss Riz, all over the place, multiple channels. Miss Toya, but I never seen them in another channel. I never seen them in there giving positive commentary or any commentary. And then to be selfish enough to say, hey, I'm not supporting any other channels, and I don't want you as my mod to support the other channels. As a matter of fact, you only stay here. You thumb up all mine. I want you to talk to my chat. And when you talk in my chat, I basically want you to talk to me. I don't want you to have no side conversations. Ain't it right, Miss Kirkland? That time when I think the mods was having their own side conversation, because Kat was having her own side one in the house with her kids, and then she realized that the mods were talking to each other, and she was like, she got upset, talking about ending the chat. Yeah, Peanut. Yeah, but you get it. But you can play it, because I play video games with my sons, but I bought the system for them, and then when I had time, I got with them and we played together. But I didn't get it for myself. I got it for them. So I think the most entertainment value that they have actually is those phones, those little phones they have, sometimes the tablet. But other than that, they really don't have that much, and I feel sorry for those kids. It's gonna come to the time, the point where it's almost gonna be too late. They're gonna need some heavy intervention to actually save them, in order to make them a more productive citizen, and not become a burden on society like a lot of kids become. Not to become a stat. Peanut, I hope you joined the channel as well. And anybody else, I hope you joined the channel. I hope you gave me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Whatever you choose to. Don't bother me either way, or one way or another. But no, it's about them kids. You're supposed to prep that next generation that you have to be successful in life, and not to increase the curse, the generational curses, the deficiencies. You know, the only game system I got the Switch, and you know what I got the Switch for? And you never see me playing it. I got it for my grandkids. I got it for my grandkids. And they come over when they go to I got a room for them full of toys and everything else, and the game and all. And they go to that room. I know where they at, and they up there playing. Then I also introduce them to the outside, where they go outside and they get to run around and play in the back, in the fenced in backyard. So I keep some type of control where they can't go out to the streets and nothing like that. They go to the backyard and play. Yeah, and you teach them the hygiene. When they come to the table, have you wash your hands. When they leave the table and go somewhere to come back, have you wash your hands. And maybe that's why a lot of times they're sick, because the lack of hygiene, and one of them gets sick, they just easily pass on to the other. When you're dirty, it's easy to pass germs on to one another. When you're dirty, it's easy to pass germs to one another. And some of them could be in here now. Some of the supporters probably are, you know. And if they wanted to comment and say something, either in your name or in another name, say it. I want you to tell me why. If they support, I would like to ask them, because they can't block me. Out here they can't. Is it okay to drop meat on the ground and just pick it back up and put it on the grill? And I won't kick that person out if they say it. I want them to tell me, is it okay that you drop meat on the ground and you pick it back up and put it on the grill. Then you ask this next question, follow-up question. Should or should not, who should eat first, the parents or the kids? Who should sacrifice, the parents or the kids? Yeah, it's okay to run water and all your kids are sitting right in your presence and you saying you got one in the shower. Just so the people in the chat, they can't see, think your kids are taking a shower. And if someone is saying something to you, reference it because it's wrong, that you are bothering them. If I drop a piece of chicken on the ground, I wouldn't give it to my dog because he's not eating no dirt. But I guess we bothered them. Huh. No, I guess maybe the thought was that once we block you from the channel, you don't have a voice any further. Not realizing all people gotta do is go ahead and create their own channel. It doesn't cost anything. Go here and talk, network, and talk to other people and build your channel up. You have a voice, and they can't go shut that down. They can't block you and stop you. And I'm almost, I wish Joker would come and put my name in their mouth. I know what I heard. Let me go say something. I heard what Kat said. She say, and she was talking about Tony. She was saying, you don't want this pit bull. And the Joker is not a pit bull. He's just fat. He's about 5'11", short. Look at short, stubby fingers. He's fat. He's not no big, thick guy. He's not no muscular guy. He's fat from eating all day long. Fat from eating out. Fat from eating more food than the kids can eat all together. He is not no pit bull. He ain't built like that. And if he's slow mentally, he's slow physically. Yeah, he ain't no man. Get up out of here with that. And you notice when I'm talking, I ain't cussing them out either. But that guy's not a man. He's a male. His gender is male. But his status is not a man. Let me throw you another lie. He said several times. He said he was a retired cop. And after his brothers called him on it, now he's saying, well, he's a retired security guard, officer, and then he's a retired janitor. So, Tony, which one is it? And he tried to correct himself, say he never said that, but he did, because I heard him say it. And everybody that been coming out saying it is wrong, but him, again, then the issue is with him. And he tried to correct himself, say he never said that, but he did, because I heard him say it. And everybody that been coming out saying it is wrong, but him, again, then the issue is with him. And No, the guy's not a man. And play video games. Can barely get up in the morning to get his kids off to school. Make sure they don't get cleaned up, get a hot breakfast. Then when the kids get in school, you go out and just pick out all day. like Carnito said, he cleaned up the house. But it's just as dirty as before he's supposed to call started. And I don't worry about I work too much about YouTube, because I don't even need nothing from YouTube. Me and Bonnie basically we set for life, and I don't have to work, and I'm still working because I as a man I as much as possible I did the sacrifices I need to do for my kids and my family, and helped a lot of people in the process and still am. So I don't need a dime from YouTube or have to ask anybody for anything. And I'm not going to say this, we'll never come to that point in time because I don't know. But I can lay my head on the pillow and I go to sleep and honestly say, I did what I do what I'm supposed to do. I did what, and I do what I'm supposed to do. And if I've done anyone wrong, you can speak on it. If the Trimbles think I'm talking wrong about them, speak on it. S-T-R-I-N-G, put that string, put it in your mouth. Speak on it. What he done? You ain't gonna find nothing. I gave them something one time. And as soon as I gave it to them, they cut off the live and went to the video game store and bought a video game. And if I'm lying, y'all come correct me, Trimbles. Correct that. Because I still got it with the receipt of what I sent you. They left, they cut the live, and went to the video. They cut the live off, went to the video store, bought a video game, and they filmed them getting the video game. But right now, if you notice, for over a week to a week and a half, you have not heard Cat go and grimace in pain. You haven't seen that because she got called on it and she stopped. And she mostly did that when the funds were low. When the checks came in, she was happy. She was hopping and popping, up and bumping, and not even really have time using those drivable carts in the store. She was walking. And then when the funds get spent up, the funds is low, they funny kind of money, the money kind of funny, then I'm sick. No, I'm ready to end this live. You know? And if you notice, Tony repeats everything the cat said. As soon as she say, yeah, I'm gonna say in the military, in the Navy, they issue commands, like when they're on the ship or submarine, whatever. And when the commander issues something, those subordinates echo his command. Well, every time Cat says something, Tony echoes it. When he say he want to do it live, are we gonna do it live? Are we gonna do it live tomorrow? He looks at her for her answer. You don't need Cat there to do it live. If she don't want to do it live, she can stay off screen, and you can do your live. But you seek her approval. You're supposed to be the man. You're supposed to be the lead. It's a team, and you're supposed to work together. But most men will think from the front and say, "Hey, well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that." And the wife can say yes and no, but you don't get that opportunity. You just pose that question and then wait for her response, her answer. And know what else he say? He says, he be talking about Jay, talking about that old man, and they the same age, exact same age. That's so, and I'll be laughing. Y'all the same age. What are you talking about? You already know, and you know that. But he says that constantly. That's so funny, boy. $11:30. Done. So that's a wrap. I'm done for the day. Let's see something. Yeah, my subscriber count went to 8,000, almost 8,500, almost. And Sydney, I was talking about the trembles or whatever, but when I start talking about generational curses, I reflect back to them that maybe somewhere down their lineage, it's generational curses, and they have not broken that chain, that bond that can allow them to be better than they are. You want to be better be the best you can be and not the worst you can be. You're going to become better than what you are and not less than what you are. And not settle for anything. And you know what I noticed last night? That they admitted they have 4 other kids. They said we have 8 kids together. The 4 they got there, and then the 2 Cat got and 2 Tony got. But they were in denial for all the others for a minute. But if he had a good bringing up, he should be doing better than what he is. Because when I go look at his Curtis and Peerless, I mean, both of them guys is neat, hair cut, trim, look respectable. And he walks around with that raggedy beard, man. He should be lined up. And I want to say also, people don't be wearing gold in the mouth like that no more. Yeah, well, he was raised right, Tyler. But he let some evil get a hold of him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Miss Curtis. Yeah, he let some evil get a hold of him, and they got a hold of him. Now I can't say this. This is how to me, Tony. He's not a man, but I do think inside that Tony is a good guy. That's what I think. Just some evil just got a hold of him. Got a firm grip and ain't gonna let go. I believe deep down inside Tony is a good guy. We talk about it, but he's been contaminated because he knows he don't know everything she's doing. You can tell. Look at him with the facial expressions and all. But he's party to a lot of it. He's party to a lot of that negativity, the scams that she got going on. All of a sudden now she's not in pain. She up walking around cooking. Not screaming really that much. So no matter what you say, and I'm gonna just say this just like this as best I can say it, the best thing that ever happened to them was Nita leaving that channel and making those reaction videos to them. Because they have changed some. And I know they don't want to, but they have. And when they can change some, that means it's good for them kids that's in that house. Yeah, she's walking fine, not yelling, not screaming, not grimacing in pain, not having a fake Fred Sanford heart attack or nothing. Trying to halfway be a chef and cook. I would still need it, but hey. But their stomach's used to that, so it don't bother them. I ain't gonna say everything I think. I'm just laughing internally at it. But yeah, she's been fine. And if you notice also, Tony's not a lot, but a little more, trying to be more man-like. But she got his balls in grasp because she told him to get away from that car the other day. You had your turn, and she told him, be gone. And he left. So what Nita done was not a disservice. It's probably the cold, hard, factual truth. Hey, Demu. How you doing? Yeah, he needed the cold, hard truth. And I say again, he'd have had over 10K in members if he didn't kick all them people out. What in fact he did? Created a lot of trolls. Somebody can walk in there and say, the sky is blue, and they kick him out. What do you mean the sky blue? Get that trolley woolly out of here. Now, if that same person just for the kick him out and said, okay, I'll send you $10. What's your PayPal or your whatever? Oh, never mind. Don't delete them. Bring them back in. Boy, oh boy. Well, they blame different people for. Sometimes they have regular trolls come through, and they will still blame.
Distracted.
They will say, "You hear Tony? What's up?" And I'm sorry, Mr. Kirkland. But he say it too loud. He say, "Hey, they ain't nothing but Mr. Kirkland," and you hear him say it. It's a good thing they don't have no Bluetooth mics on, because you definitely hear what he's saying. Or it's a family member. It's Kawana. It's this person. It's that. Miss Kirkland, I'm still laughing at them calling you can't get right. It's crazy. But you know what, Miss Kirkland, they can say that all they want to. But we see who can't get right. We see who the can't get right person was. And it wasn't you, it was them. Can't get right. You got to be more careful. And I can easily say that because that's a term in Baltimore, be more. Every time you gotta be more careful. So I can relate to that. You got to be more careful.
Distracted.
Hey Chris, now watch the Trimble channel. I remember when you left. I can see it in you.
Distracted.
I can tell, and it what didn't just happen in one day. You can see it based on how you write in your comments. When you and the Cognito would call out the trolls, and they would go against you, and then something would happen, but that said person come back and clown them, and then they want you to hurry up and get them out.
Distracted.
When they having the after dark today? That'll be nice. Having after dark. Come on. Let's put the tea out there, the coffee, the juice, the water. Put it out there. And overall, I don't think I've been really disrespectful towards them. I'm just speaking the facts that I see before my own eyes. Them as parents, they must do better, because those kids are behind the power curve as far as being disciplined and having the proper manners and habits they need to be to function in society. They don't have those tools. I'm on the drinking part. I'm gonna say this: they grown adults, and if they want to drink, they can drink. But they used to get on there and say they don't drink because their kids are disabled when they got to be sober to deal with them. Or a case like Shanala have an attack. So you can't say in one hand that you don't drink and that you stay sober so you can take care and monitor your kids, and then on the other hand, you're only getting lit. How come nobody in the family babysit those kids and give you guys a week off? And probably because they don't want to deal with Cat. That's what it seems like to me. Would be nice to have one weekend every once in a while to take off, and then you and your wife go off away and enjoy yourself. Do some adult things. Maybe he drunk every live. Okay. But you know what, Chris? You know, it's two of them and one of you. You putting that time and that dedication in to raise your sons. So you can't be commented on. You making a sacrifice, and parents are supposed to sacrifice for their kids. And you know how selfish, when I think about how they are? They're so selfish that it's only about him and Cat. Well, Cat first, him second, and the kids come last. And then the kids got their own priority also. And Nettie's at the bottom of that pecking order. Then Jay, then Nyla, and at top is Rita. And as I say that because they always say they treat all the kids fair. But if everybody just about says that Rita gets special treatment, preferable treatment, it's got to be something to it. And they go to their rooms. The two oldest girls should have been in that room together. Shanala and Nettie should have been in the room together. Then if you're going to put them in the room together, which you shouldn't have to because you got a 5-bedroom house, it should have been Rita and Jay. But Rita probably said, I don't want to go in there with him because he peed the bed. Okay, well, we just tossed Nettie on in there. Yeah, it's all about them, and it's not about those kids. That's how the priorities are. It's about them and not about those kids. And if you say something, you bothering them. And if I'm bothering you, the Trimbles, if you see this or you hear now, or you think I am, if you see this, or one of your I can't call them moderators. They're not moderators. One of your enablers see this and tell you about it, just let me know. And I don't need no clout. Because I got more viewers, more subscribers and all than both of your channels put together. So I ain't no clout chasing. Because you think Nina roasted you. You don't want it, son. You don't want it. If you don't like what I say, take it with a grain of salt. Keep on moving. But if you come on over here, I'll be ready for you. I'm gonna be ready. Ain't even worried about it. But I know you'll have the intestinal fortitude or the guts to anyway. And I'm saying that, so I'm saying it to like a man to a man. Come on over and see me. Maybe I ain't got nothing with me. Maybe I'm just talking. Or you can see your husband say something. You know? I know you're probably saying I never do nothing to that guy, but yes, you did. This is how you were unfair to me. And I may have typed it, but I'm saying like this. Y'all had last year. 2023, August, we were talking about football all month long, what team, our teams, what each team gonna do to each other. And in week 1, the Ravens just smashed that team they played. And the Steelers lost, and the Indianapolis Colts lost. You know? And a lot of you remember that. So we went to, I think, I don't know if it was that Sunday night or that Monday, we went to talk about it. And Kat and Tony wanted to talk about it. But Kat shut him down and said, don't y'all talk about it. Y'all take it to that sports channel, which they never really had. So they never took it to that channel. And I don't know, Cognito's husband might have came in and said something too, and they said they didn't want to hear it. So the next week, when the Steelers and the Colts won, they was all on that same channel, happy, celebrating, talking all kind of trash. That was September. And it was either a week or two later, you know, I was, I think in the time frame I had found Jay's channel. And I went over there. I see Miss Kirkland over there. I was like, man, it must be cool. So I started going over there. And then birthday came. They sang happy birthday to me. And I think a day or two later, I went on over to Jay channel permanently. And guess what I didn't find over there? I didn't find any bias, any selfish people, any slop. I found somebody that I could relate to. Oh, that's on the screen. Found somebody I could relate to. Text and work. Music was bumping. It was adult vibe. You know, and I'll say this is the way that the channel should be. We're up front. Jay ain't never sent me an email asking for money. And no disrespect to anybody, but the way Jay and Monique talk, that lingo, I can relate to it. You know, I can relate to that. The way they sound, I can relate to that verbiage. You know. And Jay was always happy, and Monique was happy, and they were straight up. I had a bunch of yelling. All I see was a bunch of laughing and enjoying themselves. You can't run a channel and say and try to restrict everybody. And if I don't like your comment and it's not disrespectful, I just don't like it. Okay, well, let's ban that person. They were adults and I was adult, and hey, and I'm rolling like that. But to me, they didn't do anything to hurt me. They were just unfair. And then I see them being unfair to a lot of other people. Yeah, I found Jay through the Trimbles also, because Jay came over to the Trimbles channel. And then I clicked, when he came over, I clicked on this link. I looked at it. I said, I'm going to go check them out. And then when I went over, like I said, I see Miss Kirkland over there. Oh, I was like, cool. All right, I'm going to come back over here and check them out. They had that adult vibe. They had the music going. Everything was bumping. I could relate to their conversation. They talking. And I was like, man, I'm done with them. Because anybody, I am a man. I'm grown, and you're not gonna tell me what to do. I ain't even built like that. I mean, I'm very respectful and all, but I'm not built where you tell me what to do, and I tuck my tail and do it. It don't work like that. And then I watch how he operate, what they said and what they do, and I said, these jokers, they lie all the time. And then, not only they lie, they unfair, and they selfish, and narcissists. And you can't be narcissist and be busted, be tore from the floor. You can't be a narcissistic like that. If you're narcissistic, normally you could look in the mirror and be vain, but they have nothing to be vain about in their appearance or nothing. So while I'm gonna lower myself and my standard, what I tolerate, to sit on a channel that's going to be controlling over what I do. That's not going to happen. So, well, I'm sit back, and I go over there and I watch this. I watch a lot of different channels, included, and they get a view. Don't really care about it. It ain't hurting nothing. It ain't hurting me. It's not to be what's that word? A hypocrite. But I watch it out of concern for those kids. You know, they're like I can't believe it. And I know a lot of what they do is for views and to solicit money for their own selfish benefit. But most of all, I'm glad it's Friday. So I'm about to go in the store, grab me a few things, not liquor, some snacks, probably go home, watch some YouTube, some movies, check out what's coming, what y'all got going on tonight. Kirkland, Chris, Cognito, Jay, whoever going live tonight. I think Jay is going live tonight. I'll be right there. But I missed them fireworks the other day when it went down. Ah, man. But hey, gotta happen. So I'm gonna get on out of here, and I thank all you guys for coming through. And I hope if you came through and you're not a member of the channel, you subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend. Until next time, checking out.